did it.
Yeah. Podcast over.
Probably.
We're done, right? That's all we needed.
Yep, got the clap test. I like how you sounded perfectly clear, and then right when we said, or when we clapped, then you started sounding like like a demon.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yeah, yeah. Up until there, you were like perfectly clear, nice, nothing with your body. Then hit start, then it's like,
Great.
okay. Okay, welcome back. We did it. It's
Yeah.
last week, but I also uploaded it really late because I had some problems. I was planning to upload it on like Wednesday or Thursday, and then I think I uploaded on Sunday of the following week because I was like, well, I don't want to edit on Sunday because when I worked, and then I was like, well, it's Sunday, I'm working at night, so I can't edit it that night. So I was like, I'll just edit it on Monday, and then I got called in to fill in cover a shift on Monday night. So I was like, okay, I'll do it some other time this week. And then when I did it, I forgot I was visiting my dad that weekend.
uh,
And then I was like, oh, well, I forgot to upload it. So then I edited it, and then I sent it to myself on my laptop.
mm-hmm.
No, I was just gonna upload it here because that makes more sense. But then I was about to leave, and I needed you to verify the account thing, and I didn't have time for that. I think you were either at work or sleeping. So I was like, huh. Well, I have the account on my laptop, so I'll just email it to my laptop and then upload it whenever I get to my dad's. And then I got there, tried uploading it Friday night, and then my dad's internet is so slow I couldn't upload the video.
Oh, God.
Well, no, I couldn't download the video to my laptop. It kept failing in the middle of downloading it,
Oh,
and I
my
let it
God.
go like 4 different times. Like even over when I was sleeping, I tried to get it, and then I didn't get it. But I kept trying throughout Saturday. Eventually, I got it, and I uploaded it either Saturday night or Sunday morning. But it got up just really late.
That sounds like fun. Great weekend.
Yeah. And then we didn't record one last week, mainly because I forgot,
Yeah.
and I wasn't home. And we both would have had bad internet connection.
uh, I can't hear Adrian. That's new.
What'd you say?
uh, I said I can't hear Adrian. That's new.
Okay, well that is new. Okay. New stuff every week. That's what we do. Alright, well, enough about that boring stuff. What have you been doing the past week?
um, Nothing too great. I finally got myself a bank account, so that's nice.
Yay! We did it! Give them a round of applause, everyone.
Yeah. So that was fun. It was pretty much all I did this week. It was just, I mean, me.
What'd you say?
That was pretty much all I did this week. Like, I've had a job for like 3 months now, and it took me, you know, my third month of getting paid to open a bank account. Mostly because it's just like, I'll just get cash. Cash is fine. You know, I like my money right now, kind of deal. But then Walmart just stopped cashing my checks because, I'm 21, but I don't have the 21 and older driver's license. So they said, yeah, we can't cash your checks anymore because you're 21 and this isn't a 21 and older driver's license. So I just went, okay, I'm gonna make a bank account.
Okay, so I understood every single thing you said, but that was like the most irritating thing I've ever heard. You sound like a robotic demon, and you would cut out every other second. I could make out everything you're saying, but it sounded so awful.
Oh Jesus.
So you got a bank account. Good job. I think I
Yeah,
already said that.
I got my card today. But since I used checks to make my bank account, my you have to wait like 9 days for the checks to go through. So I can't use my card. My card is at zero balance until the 25th.
I got paid today. I forgot. Oh, I got paid yesterday. Doesn't matter. Got paid.
Yeah, you get paid. Yeah, so all
That's
I need to
nice.
do now is set up direct deposit. So, but apparently I can only do that on the computers while I'm clocked in. So that sucks.
Yeah, direct deposit. It's really nice because, first couple weeks I had to cash in my checks. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but now it's just kind of like Thursday at midnight slash Friday at midnight. It's one of those weird people that say it's Friday at midnight, whatever. It's just like, oh, money added to my account.
Yeah, yeah. So what have you been doing this week?
Other than work, but a few small things about work first, because, we kind of have to do that every week now since we're adults. It was a lot of important visits happened at my job, and I was there for all of them.
Nice.
Like, I'm pretty sure, other than the manager and the assistant manager, I was there. I was the only person there for all three visits. So the first one was not such a big deal. Might have been on the last episode, but I forget if it was or not, or if this was right afterwards. But uh, the district manager, then someone else, I think another district manager for another district within Arizona area or something for Smash Burger came in and kind of like testing our stuff, like testing out the cooks and everyone on their stuff, mainly the cooks, because they knew that this was like a preparing us because we knew even higher up people in Smash Burger were coming to our
Mm-hmm.
stores, and the people who work up front are managers and then GSEs, which is a guest service expert, and all of ours in high school and don't work during the day,
Uh huh.
except on the weekends, but they were coming during the day, so I'm pretty sure they weren't really worried about them, just who might be there in the day when they came in, and that was me. I'm the least experienced cook, but I still know my stuff. So they tested me on that. They said I did fine. And then the next day, the health inspector came in,
how
and
how'd that go?
actually it went really well. Like the only two things that I know that we got marked on was bacon, and which I have no say over because I just do what I'm told.
Mm-hmm.
But at most restaurants do this, I believe. It's because bacon takes a little bit to cook, and when you get a rush, you don't want to be like cooking bacon, just waiting for bacon to cook. So they cook it a little bit, like they cook it ahead of time, but not like fully cooked. So then when it's time to cook, you just throw it onto the grill so it finishes cooking. So it's fully cooked, safe to eat, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't take forever. Um, I think it tastes fine. I don't think it affects how it tastes. It tastes fine. Um, But they said we can't do that unless we cook it all the way through, then we can leave it out for 4 hours, which sounds gross to me.
No.
So what we
Okay.
did, we found an alternative, and we got these different kind of pans to keep it in, so it keeps kind of like a thermos,
Yeah, yeah. It keeps
but
it
for
warm.
bacon, so like it keeps the temperature good. So we're doing that now. But I only cooked bacon like 3 times since I've worked there, so it really didn't affect me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing was, I guess, not changing gloves enough is what they said, but we were. And I think what happened when she first came in, I was like chopping Brussels sprouts, and then someone else was like cutting onions, and then we got some orders, and I didn't change my gloves because my gloves, I thought they were pretty clean because I didn't touch anything other than Brussels sprouts. Those are clean. So I put the fries into the fryer, and they're like, yeah, you should change your gloves. But then, you know, that was it. Nothing that would get us shut down or anything.
No, it shouldn't.
And it wasn't just me on that, it was everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, your gloves were slightly not too perfect. So we're closing you down for a week, so you guys can figure that out. Yeah, my manager said it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Just that if it happens again, just change my gloves more often than I think I should.
Mm-hmm.
Which I already was doing that. Like because normally when there's two people in the kitchen, because there was at that time, you have someone on grill and someone on fries, and then for sets, which is just you place the buns down, then you put like the lettuce and stuff that goes on it. So then when the burger's done, you can just like put all of it on top of the burger super quick. It just makes it easier. Sure, it makes sense. I'm over explaining it probably. But you go back, both people do the sets, and most of it's the fryer because the grill person's, making sure the food's cooked correctly, which is, pretty important. Um, so you're going back and forth with that, and she was watching us, so I was scared to like wrap up the burger, so I didn't know if I should change my gloves or not. But I also didn't want to change them too much, and then she would think I not know what I'm doing, so I just acted like I was doing something else. I know I got overly nervous. And then also I would keep washing my hands whenever she would walk by. So like you're supposed to wash your hands like every 15 minutes or if you touch something dirty. I
Uh-huh.
didn't know what constituted as dirty. Like if I touched the refrigerator door, if I needed to change my gloves, so I was just like I washed my hands like 10 times in like 30 minutes.
Oh God, Adrian.
Not probably not that much. But I wash my hands way more than I usually would. Um, and then the following week, or a few days later, we had the real visit from the higher ups, and they came in. I was there, and I wasn't in the kitchen. I was prepping food, and then I was prepping the burgers, like making sure they weighed out and good. And then they were like asking me questions. Well, they told us that they were gonna like ask us a bunch of questions about stuff. So our manager was quizzing us, and then they asked one question. It was only to me. It was like, how much are the burgers supposed to weigh? And I knew the answer to that because it's an easy question. And he tried tricking me, but he didn't get me. Like I was like, no. The answer is 3.75 ounces. And yeah, and that was that visit. It went well. But then on his way out, I was cutting something. I didn't have my cutting glove on. He's like, hey, cutting glove, got you on something. Then he left. And that was literally the only thing that they could say we didn't do fine on. It was just me not wearing a cutting glove once for one moment when I was cutting something. Other than that, we were perfectly good for that. So
Nice.
we did good. And that was work. Now the fun stuff that happened in the past week was one. I don't know if you saw this on Twitter or on the Discord recently. Um, why don't I scheduled a video, which was a song from Super Mario 64, Bomb Bomb Battlefield, the main theme. I'm
Uh-huh.
sure you've probably heard it a few times. Um, so I made my arrangement of that, and then it got copyright claimed. It's not public yet, but it got copyright
Nice.
claimed by some music publishing company that doesn't own the song at all. So
Of
I was
course.
like, huh? Why? Yeah, so then I took down the video and then I recorded some gameplay footage to put on it. So I'm like, here, fair use in two ways now. And then they so same company like was like, nah, that's our stuff in there. And I was like, how? So then I filed the dispute, and hopefully that goes well and they don't delete my channel.
No.
Like I honestly don't care because I don't make money on it anyway.
Uh-huh.
But it's like it's gotta run ads on my video, which means they'll get the money for my stuff that they don't own in the first place, and it makes my video not air in certain places. And I think that's really dumb. And that's what makes me mad about it. But that's fun. That's probably my favorite gaming arrangement that I've ever done.
Uh-huh.
Like this is the first one that because when you're like you write stuff and then like you show it to other people and like wow that's really good,
Uh-huh.
but then even you hear other people saying it's good, and then you're like it could be better. You're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not my best I've ever done. Yeah, but this is the first time I made it and without even showing to other people, I'm like this sounds good. I was like I don't care anyone. This sounds good. So
Nice.
that's really nice.
Getting
And that
that
goes up
confidence.
tomorrow at 7. What'd you say?
Getting that confidence.
Yeah, it's also confidence because and also I've got this song in particular 'cause, that the thing has worked the Nintendo medley. I'm sure I've shown you something of it before.
I believe
But
so.
on that song and specifically, um, I could not for the life of me figure out how to write the music, and it sounded like awful. Like I still have it. It sounds awful. Like all the notes are right, but it doesn't sound right. Like I wrote, I don't know if you know music well, but there's different time signatures. Most songs are in 4/4, which is why a lot of songs you can mash up together. It sounds fine, but
Mm-hmm.
it's common time, so they songs and you know music.
Yeah.
But in cut time, everything is different, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like a quarter note. If you write down a quarter note in common time, it's a half note in cut time, or I got that backwards. It's confusing. I don't know. Um,
It's one of the two.
but I wrote some stuff in cut time, and then I forgot. Yeah, and then I forgot I forgot that I did cut time, and I wrote all the percussion in 4/4 time. So it just sounds real. So the percussion is like over really fast, and then everything else is like normal. And then some other stuff is written in wrong, and then the clarinet was glitching out for some reason. So it just sounds really bad, and I could not for the life of me fix it. I didn't know what was wrong with it. But now this one, it sounds nice. Like it just like I was listening to it, and then I was literally like just jamming out to it. Like I can listen to this all day. I love how it sounds.
Nice. Oh,
So yeah, there's that. That's a good thing to have. Then the new Super Mario 3D All Stars came out, which I mentioned on the podcast. It came out yesterday. Um, Not gonna lie, not as good as I thought it would be. I didn't expect much, but it's kind of like, oh, they really messed some stuff up.
what'd they do?
Um, everything works fine. It's Mario. It's not hard to do Mario,
Uh-huh.
and it's not. And like originally when we heard about this, because we just heard it from a random website, some small website, like not even like Polygon or something, just some small website that Nintendo told them they were doing this, and it sounded like they were going to like remake Super Mario 64 Sunshine and Galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
like full on HD. I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That
that'd be
sounds cool.
cool.
And then when they revealed that they were actually working on it, they were like, yeah, we're not doing that. They were just upscaling the games to HD so that they all look clearer. So that's good. Um, and that's not what I'm complaining about. Some people are saying that that's lazy. It's like, who cares? Take Mario on the go. Mario Sunshine and Galaxy on the go. That's the main selling point, which is cool. But on like I like using the GameCube controller. It's good. Galaxy. I'm not Galaxy. Sunshine. It's on the Switch now, and on the Switch you can use a GameCube controller, but you can't. Apparently, you can't use the GameCube controller on Sunshine. I don't know if that was just a glitch or if you can now, but at first you couldn't. You just couldn't use the GameCube controller with it, which is like, why? So stupid. But for some reason, they have the 2D Mario control button layout, which makes sense when you play 2D Mario, where you would hold Y to run and then B to jump. And on normal Mario, on the 3D Mario, Super Mario 64 is what I'm going to be referencing. To dive and stuff, you would push B and you jump with A. But since they have the old school layout, when I was playing with my GameCube controller, you have to push Y and X to jump, no, to dive, and it just feels so weird. And you can't change your button mapping layout, which you can do with every other like re-release of a Mario game on the Switch, but not for these, which I think is dumb. So. And then they also inverted the camera for Super Mario 64. So, but only on the x-axis. So when I'm recording videos for my series, and I'm trying to do stuff, and then I keep hitting the camera in the wrong direction, and then I walk off a cliff. Like, it's not a big deal if you didn't play the original a ton, but you know me, since I've played the original like hundreds of times, it's really messing me up. So it's not a huge deal, but I would wish that I would get an option to change it back. It's really messy.
Change it in the options?
Yeah, they didn't give us any options for remapping buttons. So, it's kind of annoying. But I'll make it work for now. There's one part, when I already recorded some videos, and I'm like, okay, so what you want to do? I was like, okay, here's an easy way to do this. So then I try to do it, then I just walk off and die. I was like, huh. I swear I'm good at this game. But it's fun. I'm glad I have a reason to play through Sunshine again. Even if it's a fake reason to play it. Because I had no intention on playing it anytime soon. But I guess I'll play it on Switch. But I would say my favorite thing with those is that they have the soundtracks for all the games just on the Switch, so you can listen to whatever song whenever you want. And if it's like Smash, I haven't tried this out myself. You can plug in your headphones and put the Switch in standby mode, and it'll just play the songs through your headphones when the Switch is off. Well, standby mode, screen off.
Nice.
So it's kind of like a MP3 player. So that's cool. I'm trying to think if I did anything else other than record some of those videos.
Were they speedrun videos, or were they like Let's Plays?
I did one of the speedrun videos because I know it's on the last episode. I was ready to record the series, and then 2 days later they announced it. They announced the remake, so I was like, oh, cool, sweet. So I was like, okay, I'll record the casual parts on the Switch, since it pretty much looks like I don't know what I'm doing anyway. On that version, and then the speedrun videos on the N64. So I did one speedrun video last week, and it went all right. Because I also haven't played it in a little bit, so I was a little rusty. But I think it turned out fine. Just my commentary sucks because I suck at talking and playing. And then on the Switch version, I did 2 of those last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think those went fine. I would say the only complicated part was setting up the Switch capture card. Because, like, I forget that you need to plug the plug into the dock to make it connect to the TV and everything. So I was like, why is it not connecting to the my computer? And then I was like, oh, I didn't plug it in. Stupid. And then I also forgot that the capture card. I also forgot I need to plug it into the capture card. So after I got the Switch on, I didn't plug in the capture card itself.
Oh God.
So yeah, I felt very stupid once I realized that I was out loud. I was like, I'm stupid, but I got it working. So I think I'm gonna upload the first video for that series on Monday, and then try to get 2 out a week. Maybe like one speedrun, one casual. But the speedrun ones might take longer because what I'm doing for that, so then it's not just me doing one trick per star and like, okay, that's the video. I have a stage and I'm trying to complete the stage in a certain amount of time. And for some stages, I don't know the entire stage, so I'm literally going to be learning how to do the stars in the video and then trying to complete the entire stage fast enough. So those could take me a few days to get consistent at.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one only took me like an hour to explain everything and then do a good run through. It took me less than an hour. But yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying that. Like, it just feels really satisfying afterwards because you're like, wow, I actually sat down and made a video. Like I said I wanted to do for like so many years, and I actually did it.
That's not how I do it, and I did it.
Oh, the one other thing I did. I don't know if you're talking, I just hear static, but that might be from me.
Now go ahead.
Okay. Um, that game I was talking about, Danganronpa? I said it was like really crazy. Yeah, last episode I was talking about, I already finished the first 2 games. And this isn't spoilers for anything, just explaining stuff. Um, I played through the first 2 games, and then there's a spin-off game that came out after them that takes place between the first 2 games, and then I played through that, and then I was about to start the third game, because I would think, oh, it's the next game that came out, but apparently there's an anime that came out that takes place. I don't know if it's between the second and third game, but it takes place after the second game. And the reason why it's an anime and not a game is because the story wouldn't really work well as a game,
Mm-hmm.
which I applauded them for doing that because that would have been a really weird game. It's with how the anime works. So it's you play the first game, then second game, then you play the spin-off that takes place between the first 2 games. Then you watch the anime, which is called Danganronpa 3. So I guess that makes sense. But there's no Danganronpa 2 anime. So it's a little weird. But yeah, then you watch anime. Then after you finish the anime part of that, then you go into the third game. And I've been making my way through the third game. And I know last time I said that, these games keep surprising me. The anime was way crazier, surprised me way more ways than the games did. And then this third game, I just started and it already biggest twist of all, and I'm like at the very beginning of it. So it's like they keep getting me. I never see it coming.
What a twist.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping like once you move back down here, we can record of some of those of you playing them because I just want to I want to see someone else react to it because it's so crazy how they think of this stuff. Like I never see it coming.
actually thinking about maybe coming down to the valley and hanging out for the weekend pretty soon.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we can do stuff. I was gonna say we can do a lot of stuff, and then I realized, oh wait, no, a lot of stuff I shut down.
Yeah.
I, 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 I'm used to, but sometimes I just completely forget because like I'll walk outside, I'm like, I don't have a mask, and then I gotta get a mask.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've done that a few times going to work. It's just like, ah, shit, I forgot my mask. Nah, run back to the car.
Yeah, luckily my manager's not too crazy with it, especially if you're opening and you don't have your mask, you just run into the back and grab one. But like, and then like during the dinner rush, you don't want to like walk in and then like with no mask on because that's gonna not look good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no. Since I work
But
night.
I've only,
Go ahead.
I would say I only forgot the mask once, so I'm good on that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, since I work night crew stocking shelves, customers are only there for the first hour of my shift. So night crew is like 8 people at my Walmart. So and we all work in like 40 feet away from each other. So as soon as the customers are gone, we kind of don't wear the masks anymore. Just because like it seems like from what I've heard, it's just like everyone who's on night crew except for me and maybe one other person has already had corona, so they're good, and it's just 8 of us. We don't really spend
Yeah,
any significant amount of time
I'm pretty
next
sure
to each
most
other.
people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one there actually really cares. Like in my place cares if we actually wear a mask around each other. It's just that like there'll be like 1 out of 10 well, probably more than that, but a few customers that would get really mad,
Yeah.
which kind of understand, but it's like, but like if you're not in the kitchen or up front, then you can take the mask off for a second, catch your breath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've heard plenty of horror stories of people who refuse to wear a mask just from Savannah alone. People yelling in their faces like, "Hey, you can't buy that because you're not wearing a mask, and it's our store policy." It's just like, "Well, here's money, buy." It's just like, "No, that's theft, dude. I'm not. That's theft. I'm not taking your money. You need to
Yeah,
return
this
that."
whole the whole mask thing is like people who both sides of it, people who don't want because like if you're gonna go in the store and not wear a mask but you're gonna like keep your distance, then I kind of get that, but at the same time like you can just put a mask on for 15 seconds if you're gonna be, well, not 15 seconds, if you're gonna be in the store for a while, just put a mask on.
Uh
Don't
huh.
argue about it, or at the very least keep your distance, but I know some people aren't gonna do that. And there's the people who believe that this whole thing just doesn't exist and they refuse to wear a mask anywhere. And then like, have you seen that one video of those people in Target in Florida, um, inside the Target, like parading around telling people to take off their masks
No.
and like cheering them on if they do?
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you can tell, like, you could watch a video and you're like, yeah, that's Florida.
That's Florida, all right. What do you think? What state do you think this is? It's Florida. They're not listening to
It's either
science.
Florida or Arizona.
Yeah, they don't listen to science. Well, I have like 4 options. Okay, what am I go to? They don't believe in science, so Florida, Nebraska, Alabama, kind of Arizona.
Yeah, pretty much just southern states.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They don't believe in science. They believe God said people, and we showed up. So.
Which, we could, contradict them in a lot of ways, but Let's not do that.
No. Let's not get religious. Let's not talk about religion. I could go all week about religion and how it's just so unfair.
I can go like 5 minutes before I stop caring, because I don't care. If it makes you get through life easier, then go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't be
That's my philosophy.
rude about it.
If it helps, if it puts your mind at ease, then go right ahead. Believe what you want. It's when people are just like, well, I believe it, so you need to believe it too, is when I have a problem.
Yeah, I'll say the only weird part with that is part of a lot of on my dad's side of my family in particular, they're really religious. And when I was at NAU, my uncle and his family up there, and I would stay with them a lot, and they're religious. And then whenever I would go do something with them, like, oh, we're going to church on Sunday, you want to join us? And I was like, I think I'm busy.
I'm busy every Sunday, sorry.
Sorry, I'm busy every Sunday from 9 to 11. Or whenever they went. I don't know when they went.
I don't know. You're just
I honestly wouldn't even mind going, just like spend time with them. It's just that it's so boring.
oh yeah.
And you can't talk to them during it, so that defeats the purpose of spending time with them.
I mean, I would go to church, but I would like to ask questions. It's just like, that doesn't make sense. I don't understand.
It'd be a funny bit, but that probably wouldn't go over very well.
No, I'd probably get crucified.
Yeah.
Believe what you want. Don't force your shit down someone else's throat because they believe something else from you. You know.
Yeah, fun topic. Trying to think of other things to talk about. Personally, don't got a lot. I thought I would have a lot more.
Have you guys played Among Us at all? I saw you guys talking about it in Discord.
Oh, yeah, I've wanted to play it, and like I asked everyone else if they want to, but in order for us of just people that I have on Discord to play, it would require everyone in our group, and when I say our group, I mean who appeared on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So the 5 of us who have been on the podcast, and then plus our secondary group of people that you know, at least a little bit. Mason.
Uh-huh.
I guess Mason. I don't think there's other people there that you might have talked to, but I don't think you would know them by name.
Yeah, maybe.
So we would need I think you can play with 6 people, but I think a good game is 8 people, and that would require the core 5 plus the 3 other people from that group to all be on all at the same time, and that's just not happening. So I really want to, but I haven't got a chance to.
Well, okay. Well, were you thinking about doing it on like Steam? Getting Among Us on Steam?
Yeah.
Cause okay, well there's a mobile app that's free.
That's cool.
Yeah, my sister told me about it the other day. Like you could do a local game, or I think on the app somewhere it says you only need like you could play with 4 to 10 players. And
Yeah, we could probably get it to work to 4.
And you can set up your own game, kind of like Cards Against Humanity online. You can set up your own your own game.
Alright, I'll look into it. Yeah. Just to be honest, getting 4 people on all at once is going to be like nearly impossible too. So.
Well, my sister would definitely play.
Any group more than 3 will do.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we only need 4.
If you guys have the internet to do it, then yeah, we'll join in. It'd be well me obviously. Then if we can get you and your sister on, that would be 3. Then we just need to get one more, and even that on its own seems impossible nowadays. I watched some gameplay of it. I think I got the gist of it. Cause like I remember not too long ago I was thinking like cause like I love playing Mafia in Town of Salem. But I was like, oh, it'd be so much cooler if you can like interact and you gotta like catch people killing them. And then that game blew up. Among Us blew up, and I was like, perfect. That's the kind of game I want to play.
Oh yeah, it looks so fun.
Yeah. So that like, second I get a chance to play it with people I know, I'm gonna play it. Cause I love like social deduction stuff, or
Uh-huh.
like because like I love Big Brother.
Uh-huh.
That was the thing I meant to bring up last week. Was this most recent season? Unless I did and I forgot. I touched up on
Uh,
that a little bit, but I love Big Brother and Survivor and stuff. And like I just love like social deduction thing where you vote people out and stuff. And this is like the best version of a game of it because I don't see a Big Brother game coming out anytime soon.
no, I don't think so.
Actually, you could probably get it to work with people we know. Not gonna lie, but it'd be really hard to set up to work in a good way, especially online. Ooh, that is a thing people have been doing. I forgot. They have like these games called Sequester, and like they get like 16 people. Usually, and oftentimes, like they'll get games of people who have played Big Brother and Survivor into the game, and also
Mm-hmm.
from like Big Brother Canada, and like they play it online without the physical challenges and stuff, and like they'll talk and they go into like hidden groups, and then like every after X amount of time, the groups switch up and they talk and stuff, and like they strategize and stuff like that, and they play throughout like a day. I haven't watched any of them, but it sounds really cool. That's something
Uh-huh.
they could try to set up.
no. I just think you know we could get people enough people on the mobile app and test it out. See if if I can connect to the game and play because it looks like a pretty easy game to load. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty fun. I don't know if we'd be able to record it at all, but I'd really love to play
Recording
it.
would be cool, but even just playing it would be awesome.
Oh yeah, just playing it would be awesome. We could get in the Discord, get in the game, and then just fucking accuse each other of who killed who.
I can already tell, like, if we got, like, the original core group all playing it, we would all just use Corey right off the bat.
It's Corey, right? Yeah, it's Corey. Bye.
I saw Corey go into the vent. Because he's so bad at sounding innocent. It doesn't matter, like, what situation. Like, he can't sound innocent. It's, like, so
No, he
impossible
can't.
for him.
No, he can't. Corey, did you do this? No. Well, you did it. Well, that says you did.
And then like he'll every time like any way he'll talk, his voice will raise in pitch, and then it's like, but that could work to his advantage. Eventually, it'll be like, okay, it's not him. He's talking weird, it's just Corey. Then he'll actually be it. So many layers.
Yeah, there's so many ways to play. Hmm.
Okay, now real quick. So then I'm saying real quick, and it probably won't be real quick, but Big Brother started this year, and it's a big season. All Stars 2. Last time they had All Stars 1 was 15 years ago, so this was a big deal. This was a season we've been waiting like 15 years for. Super excited. But we were always like, well, if they do an All Stars 2, it's not going to be good. They're just got to get people from like the most recent 5 or 6 seasons, which we don't like most of the most recent seasons anyway. So we are like, there's got to get a really boring cast. But the casting they did was actually like super good. They got people from people from season 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and 21.
Huh.
So they got like a wide range of cast. So it was like, all right, just that on its own is awesome. And then the first episode aired, and I was so excited. I was watching it. I was like, this is awesome. Good. This will be a good season. And then after like 2 weeks, I was like, okay, this sucks. This season sucks. It's not good. Yeah, so it's really disappointing. I'm pretty much done with the season. Like, I'm keeping up online. But like it's just so disappointing with how it's turning out. So I'm just reading everything that happens online, and then I'll watch the Thursday episodes, which is when someone leaves, and then that's all I'm watching until like the finale week. But the reason why it sucks is because going into it, it was like good cast. They got a phenomenal cast, way better than we would ever give them credit for. Like it was such a good cast, but going into the game, originally, part of the cast that we were hoping to see was someone named Dan and someone else named Derek, and they're widely considered to be two of the best people to ever play the game. Top 3 for sure, both of them. And they were rumors that they were actually on it, but then the last week or two before the show, or before they had to go into quarantine for the show, they canceled. And I'm pretty sure this is confirmed that this is what happened. So then they got their sidekicks from their seasons to go onto the show. And a lot of people are kind of like, you got 2 Robins but no Batman, which I agree with, because both of them listened to their Batman and did everything they say, and then and they got to final 2. Batman and Robin got to final 2, and then Batman won by a lot of votes. Like, wasn't even close. So then this absolutely did happen. It's pretty much confirmed because on the live feeds you can hear them talking about it. But what happened was Dan and Derek, the Batmans, got together and made a secret alliance before the show even started. Before they even went into quarantine for the show, they got together and said, hey, you two should work together. So, like, no matter what, you two have a deal to the final 2. Okay. This is called pre-gaming, which is okay to a certain extent, but it went a little. It got out of hand. So they got them 2, and they got 4 other people to all work with them. So now you have 6 out of 16 people on a secret alliance that no one else knows about, and no matter what, they're not going to turn on each other.
Nice.
Which, is extremely unfair and completely ruined the season because every single week one of them won HOH, which makes them immune, and they get to put 2 people up to they get to put up 2 nominees, and then at the end of the week, whoever's nominated, one of those 2 leave. And since one of them, since there's 6 of them, and all 6, well, not all 6 of them, but most of them are in pretty good shape, they keep winning that competition every single week, and it's made the season so boring. And then of course the other 10 people don't know about this secret alliance because they didn't do the pre-gaming, which I think shouldn't be done in the first place because it makes the season more exciting. No matter how hard they try the campaign to stay, they literally can't. Like, no matter what they do, there's nothing they can do. So it's just been very boring, and in the first 5 weeks, I would say 4 out of the 5 people have left so far. 5 out of 6 people have left so far. Or like people I was rooting for because I wanted them to win, and because of this pre-gaming alliance, there's nothing they could have done. So it's made the season very boring and predictable. and also some of the people are now seeming to be very racist, unintentionally.
Unintentionally? What do you mean by that? Like how?
Okay, so a thing that some people do, this is very often unintentionally, and this happens all the time in the real world. In the real world too, a lot better nowadays with our generation, and it gets better every generation. But if you see, let's say, a a white woman and a black woman yelling at each other, most people will call the black lady crazy because she's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's like subconsciously you're not even thinking about it, you just say it. But if you see like the white lady yelling, more often than not people won't have the same kind of reaction. So, and that appears to be happening a lot, which, it happens, it's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal. I don't know why I'm saying it's not a big deal, but it's not like out of hand, not like super, like, not as bad as it could be. That's what I'm saying, for
It's not
lack
the
of a
worst
better
thing in the
term.
world.
And then also, yeah, this is like you can talk to them, you can educate them, and it gets better.
Uh-huh.
But also, if someone's up in your face, like you're up in their face, like yelling at them, and you tell them to go away, that's a fair response, right? They tell them to get out of your face.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, someone did it. A black woman, a black lady on the show. She told her to get out of her face because she was up in her face yelling at her, and she's like, "How dare she tell me to get out of her face?"
What?
Like I like
What?
that could completely not just be about race at all, and it could be that she's just angry at her for no reason. But it's like stuff like that keeps happening, and then also there have been rumors about people saying certain terms that might not seem racist. Like, I don't know if you know about this, but if you call a black man boy, that can,
Oh, yeah.
that's,
Yeah. That's
yeah,
not good.
yeah. So stuff like that. Like, it's not crazy, and I'm sure most of it isn't intentional, but it keeps appearing that way. And also, this pregame alliance of 6, the Super Alliance, they came into the house and they got like 2 more people to work with them, so then they have 8, which is half the house, which is ideal in any season, but this season it's different because they arranged this beforehand. And all 8 people in that alliance all happen to be white. And then the 5 minorities in the house are not working with. Like, they aren't working with them all. Again, don't think this is what this was their intention, but it
Uh-huh.
just looks very bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now in the
Ye-
house we have let's see, 2 black people and then 1 black Asian guy. I think that's what he is, and it's pretty much everyone working against them, and it just doesn't look good.
No, no. Somebody,
Because
they're gonna look.
2 weeks ago, yeah, it looks like 2 weeks ago they put up the 2 black people. One of them went home. And then the last week, that different happened. And this week again, they put up 2 black people. One of them's going to leave, and then the plan for next week is to put up the 2 other black people.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that doesn't look too
So
good.
like I'm sure this isn't. It doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying.
No. It's starting to look intentional, that's for sure.
That's what people are. That's what people are saying. Because back in season 8, there was someone. There was a father and daughter pair. That it was a twist that season. Is that 3 people going in? There be 3 people that are known as it was called the rival twist, and they're like their enemies in life. So one person had like her high school friend. They were no longer friends or enemies. Another person had his ex-boyfriend. That was entertaining. Then one was a father and daughter who didn't talk to each other anymore. And then the father and daughter pair made it to the final 2 that season because they worked together. And then the dad won. Then now the daughter's on this season again. And even her dad is just like, it's really hard to root for her. And then also over the last few years, it's been appearing that the show is rigged for certain people because the people behind the scenes will see one person will appear very popular to the people at home, so they rig it so that they have more information or do better and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So the past couple of years, the show has sucked. Like season 15 was extremely racist, and it was the start of bad season. Like when I say racist, this was not what I just explained. This was people. One person called an Asian person Kim Jong Ellen Un, something like that. They were calling her Kim Jong Un because she was Asian. They was
Okay.
also very homophobic. They used, I don't know, take your pick at a homophobic slur that you know.
Uh-huh.
Uh, they probably used, um, and very bad. Like there's no defending it that racist. So no one from that season got brought back, and they probably never will get brought back because CBS is probably just trying to shove that season underneath the rug.
Uh-huh. I would hope
And
so.
then yeah, and honestly, if you look past the racism, it wasn't that bad. That's not a good thing, I should say. But honestly, the gameplay wise, not too bad of a season, but it was very racist.
Uh-huh.
Season 16 was very boring because many people in the house, were very stupid and just listened to Derek, who is known as one of the best players ever play, but also he played with some very dumb people, and he won because everyone else was very dumb and they just did whatever he said. Which is why we wanted to see him come back and play with good people to see if he was really that good, but he
Mhm.
didn't. That season was boring. Season 17 was okay. That's all I got to say about it. It was okay. Not bad, not great. It was like a 7 out of 10 season.
Mhm.
Enjoyed it. 18 sucked. 19, worst season ever. Worse than the racist one, somehow. And it wasn't even racist. Season sucked. Season 20, best season in a long time. Great season. And season 21 sucked again. So we've had 2 good seasons in like the last 8 years. 7 years. And it's really sad because this is like my favorite show, and they're just bad season after bad season after bad season, and then a good season, then bad season, then good season. It's very annoying and upsetting because like I want like a good season again, but I don't know
Mhm.
like what will ever allow that.
Oh, nothing can be good.
No, no, it can't. I will say one not funny thing, but like poetic thing that happened this season. One of the people who got brought back, his name is Kaser. Fun fact about him: he was the first Muslim to ever play the game, play
Okay.
Big Brother. One of two to ever play. Um, and he was widely loved by America because when he aired, this was 2005, so not too long after 9/11. So it was a very bold move to bring him onto the show, and America loved him. He was a super nice guy. He was super awesome, and he got voted out like week 3 or 4, and then he got voted back in to the House. First time ever that ever happened. Someone got voted back in by America to play again, and then he got voted out pretty much next week, a week or two later. And a big part of the game is the jury, and once you make it to a jury, that's kind of like a milestone. And it's like you make 4 or 5 weeks and you make it to the jury, and you're part of the jury, and you get to be part of the show still till the end. But he
Uh-huh.
didn't make it to the jury, though he came back in. He didn't make it to the jury. Next year was the first All Stars. He came back for that season and didn't make it to the jury again. And he's also the first person to ever get voted out 3 times. 15 years later, All Stars 2, he came back on, and once again did not make it to jury. So, very unfortunate for him because he's been voted out 4 times, and never got to make it to the jury.
That's gonna sting.
Yeah, but he knows America loves him. We were rooting for him. If you look at the polls, everyone in that one big alliance is in the bottom half, and everyone else is in the top half. And he's for like the last since the second day, he's been like number 2 on the polls, favorite. Even though he's been voted out for a couple weeks, he's still number 2. So It's nice for him.
Even though he keeps getting kicked out, he keeps getting brought back.
Yeah. I don't think he'll ever get brought back again because, playing a fifth time, well, playing a fourth time is rare. Only one person's ever played 4 times. But like I said, it's kind of poetic. And then the last person that I really cared about that I wanted to win just got voted out. So it's like, oh, no, I don't really care.
That's gotta sting.
And it's also Zach's favorite. Zach for years said he's not watching Big Brother ever again unless he comes back on. And then this season, like he said, he always trolls everyone and pretend like posts weird stuff before going in to make it seem like someone else has posted on his Twitter. And then he's not on there like, hey, I got you again, guys. But he actually went on this year. And he won his season. Zach loved him. I loved him. He's my favorite person to ever play. And then because of this big alliance, he was like playing his heart out. He was like doing everything you should do. Like he should all, by all means, should have been able to stay, but he had 0 chance. Yeah, so.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Oh yeah. Also, bad things about this season. I forgot about. He's another thing about him is that he has autism.
Okay.
So, like he rocks a lot when he sits, and he has his vocabulary goes all over the place, and then he's just really awkward in some social situations. And then some of the other people were making fun of him for that, and like mocking him and stuff. So, another thing that doesn't look good for them.
No. Ugh.
And one person, the only other person who's won that's on this season, they were working together because that makes sense. To have if you're a winner, work with the other winner. So then, if you make it to the end, like no one's gonna vote for a previous winner over someone who hasn't won before. Because I don't know why. It's just they won't. But so she was working with them, and like she was pretending to like try to help him, and then behind his back she was laughing at him and stuff, and like pretending was like, oh man, what should I say after I vote him out to make it seem like I actually feel bad about it and stuff like that.
Oh.
And then on the TV edit, she got like edit of her crying about him leaving and stuff. So. I can go on and on about how much I don't like this season. Like this is probably this is the first season where it's like this is the first season this early on where I'm just like I'm done with it. Like even on all the awful seasons before, I stuck with it. This one I was like I don't care.
Nice.
And it breaks my heart. Yeah. Okay. Anything you want to talk about? Because I feel like I had all the topics.
That's fine. It's like you can hear me anyways. I don't know. I don't know what else is really going on.
The Walking Dead.
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot about that. It's ending.
Yeah, that surprised me. I thought I was gonna go for like way longer.
Well,
I assumed they had a season 12 planned, but because of this, they just made it a season 11.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. Plus, I think they said we're getting 6 additional episodes for season 10.
Oh yeah, I did see that, which is cool. Which is nice.
Thank you for
always
waiting.
like more episodes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So Walking Dead. Uh, so from what I've heard, the show, season 11. That's it. But it's gonna be, I think 24 episodes. I think that's what I heard. Um, their new show, World Beyond, is going to have 2 seasons, and that's it. And then probably lead over into the Rick Grimes movies. I believe I saw a post saying that Andrew Lincoln confirmed that they're basically about to start filming the first Rick Grimes movie. And then we have Fear the Walking Dead. This new season for Fear actually looks really good, at least with the marketing that they're doing. Like there are theories that like Morgan is immune now. Did you hear anything of what I said?
I heard some stuff.
Of course. All right. So what have you heard, and what do you think about The Walking Dead? What they've announced so far?
Okay, so ending in season with it ending season 11. Uh, hope it has a good ending. I believe I saw a Daryl and Carol spinoff. Um, I'm assuming that won't just be Daryl and Carol. I'm sure there'll be other references to the show. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Uh, hope that's good too. Don't know anything about it. Haven't looked too much into everything. With Fear, I'm very far behind. No strong opinions on that. World Beyond, I want to watch it and not fall behind. Don't know anything about it. And then the Rick Grimes movies, I hope they're good. I've looked into it. And that's pretty much my opinion for everything The Walking Dead. Either I'm not caught up, or I hope it's going to be good.
I mean, it has to be good. I know. I believe Angela King, who's been running the last 3 seasons of Walking Dead, is going to I believe be showrunner on the Daryl Carroll spin-off show.
Good. I like her.
Oh yeah, she's done some really great. She's made The Walking Dead great the last few years.
Yeah. More of her. She can write whatever. She can write as many episodes as she wants. I'll watch them.
um, so, since The Walking Dead is ending, what is your ideal ending for the show? Since there are these,
Honestly, I haven't thought about it too much because I thought we would have had like another 15 seasons. With how I heard with what I've heard them talk about it. So it's like really caught me off guard when I saw that it's ending after season 11.
well, technically speaking, it's not
The
ending.
only
They have confirmed that they're gonna do like an anthology series. So we're gonna that's how we're gonna see like the governor again and shit. Because I think David Morrissey said he wants to come back as the governor.
Yeah. Okay, well, the main show ending.
Yes.
I've literally never thought I've never thought about it really because I didn't follow through with the comics very much.
Hmm.
Like I know how the comics ended, um, but that's like earlier on I was really hoping Glenn wasn't gonna die to Negan, so I was like, oh, maybe he'll make it to the end. But I'm hoping um I don't know. Literally, the only way I saw the show ending was which I know it's not because Carl's dead. But how I saw it ending or something happening near the end was that like Carl's gonna be in danger, then Rick or Daryl or someone's gonna jump in to save him, and then like a big character dies saving Carl, then he'll like carry on the group. But that's not happening, obviously. But I
No.
could see that happening with Judith maybe. But I also don't think Daryl's gonna die now.
No.
Um, I could see Negan dying saving Judith. I don't know if that's the ending of the show, but it could happen. Um, I don't know. I haven't put a lot of thought into this. Oh wait, I do hope that Rick will come back in some way before the end, unless that's been said that won't happen. But I haven't seen anything about that. But I hope Rick and Michonne will come back at some point, and something cool happens.
Hmm. Well, I myself, I've put a bit of thought into how I would like the show to end because my my ideal ending for the show is like you can't end the main show that started with Rick Grimes without Rick Grimes, you know. So
I agree.
series finale, Rick has to show up in some way, shape, or form. So what I would like to happen in my head is like we're in Alexandria, and this is after uh, our group has met up with the Commonwealth, which is who Eugene, Ezekiel, and I believe Yumiko and the princess are going to meet in the season 10 finale. So, yeah, after linking up with them, I won't say you know anything about them since you haven't read the comics. But my ideal ending is like,
Well, I know how it ends. I know what happens to Rick.
yeah. But do you
I
know?
read the last 3 comics.
Alright. So then you have some idea of who the Commonwealth is. Okay. But my ideal ending is like it's in Alexandria, and then a uh, like a helicopter flies over Alexandria, on this like lands just outside the front of the gates. At the front of the gate. Yeah, a helicopter lands. Fucking giant ass motherfucker. Jesus. Um, everyone in Alexandria, they go out, they see who the hell this is, what's going on, why is this helicopter here, and then the doors open, and a much older Grimes steps out. So he's not, you can't really, people don't really recognize him because it's been in Walking Dead timeline. It's been like a decade since Rick left, I think. So it's been a while since anyone has seen Rick. So it's like asking like who are you? Why are you here? And it's just like, and he goes, I'm Rick Grimes, and I'm looking for my daughter Judith. And then cut to black, and that's how it ends. Because the series started with I'm Rick Grimes and I'm looking for my family. I would like it to end with I'm Rick Grimes and I'm looking for my daughter. You know?
Yeah, that'll be cool. Sorry, I don't have a lot to elaborate. A lot of that was static, but I understood what you said.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, that would be a good way to end the show, actually. Wow. Thinking about it now. Yeah.
yeah, I just think that would be cool because there's no way that even one of the Rick Grimes movies is coming out before The Walking Dead ends. There's no way. So what I imagine, because they've confirmed like it will be 3 movies. For, it'll be a trilogy, Rick Grimes trilogy, and you can end the show that way. Rick came home, and now the movies are what took him so long to come home. You know.
Yeah, because I thought the shows would go way longer because I thought that the Rick Grimes movies would have been incorporated into the ending, and I was thinking that they were going to have at least enough seasons for all 3 movies to come out.
Uh
But I highly doubt that's happening. If that happens, I'm very concerned.
huh.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I could see one of them coming out.
Maybe do a double feature. It's like the series finale, you know, and Rick Grimes comes home, and then immediately after, uh, uh, the Rick Grimes movie is played after it. Do a double feature sort of thing.
And then in the Rick Grimes movie, he's talking to some kind of professor who has this chemical on his. He's really good with chemicals, and then it turns out to be Walter White. And he's in the universe now.
I remember those theories. Fucking ain't Breaking Bad and Walking Dead are in the same universe.
What do you think's going to be in season 6 of Better Call Saul? Because that's happening eventually, and it's supposed to be the final season.
Oh, is it really? Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, it's supposed to be, but I've also heard them talk maybe doing a 7th. But from what I've heard for a while, that season 6 is supposed to be the last one. And they've also said season 6 will completely change how you see Breaking Bad. So they say it's gonna be big. I believe them with how the last couple have been. So with how the whole show has been. So
Yeah.
they say it's good. I believe them.
Yeah, Better Call Saul is really great. I didn't know Better Call Saul was ending. I figured they get at least a few more seasons.
The one thing that some things I think will happen is well, I don't know anything that's gonna happen, but I'm just really concerned, like, what happens to Kim?
Oh yeah, it's
Like, does she die? Does she escape? Does she? I don't know. Like, what happens?
yeah, like what happens with all these other characters that we don't know the fates of, you know? Because I know, like in Breaking Bad, the first time, well, I think it is the first time we meet Saul, like, because Jesse and Walter bring him out to the desert with a hole in front of him, and he says, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." And he He says it was Nacho. Nacho did it or something. Or he uses Nacho's real name. I can't remember his real name. You know.
Yeah.
So what did they do that that would cause somebody to dig to bring Saul all the way out to the desert and blow his brains out? You know. Because he mentioned Lalo too. He thought Walter and Jesse were Lalo's gang. So
I'm also wondering if they're gonna like somehow incorporate Jesse or Walter into it.
eh,
Because like I kind of think that they kind of have to have them like just like a small Easter egg of them somewhere,
yeah,
or but at the same time like maybe they won't because I don't want it to be forced.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
they can work it in.
Yeah, I think we're more likely to get a Jesse cameo than a Walter cameo. You know, just because it makes more
Well, yeah,
sense.
because Jesse can be in
Because I think the reason
Jesse be in any world.
yeah, I think the reason they go to Saul is because Jesse said like Saul got his buddy off like 3 times, even though they had him dead to rights, and that's why he said we need to go to Saul. So Jesse Pinkman showing back up, I think that's way more plausible than a Walter White one. Unless Walter is just walking in the background and that's it. You know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I don't want it to be just something like that because it's kind of like, all right, we get it.
It's like, come on, really? Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
Unless you find out Walter was secretly doing other illegal activities before Breaking Bad.
Yeah, sure. But with like how they did like El Camino, how they did the other cameo, like the Walter White cameo, and that it was really smart. It didn't feel forced. It took me a second to figure out where the timeline was in this for that diner scene. But it's just, but still, it didn't feel forced.
For like 2 seconds, I was like, wait, is he alive?
How did he escape?
Another thing I'm wondering is like, once Better Call Saul ends, is that like just end of the universe, creatively, or are they gonna like maybe make something else? Because I know what's his name? The creator of the show, I forgot his name.
Gilligan.
He's yeah, Vince Gilligan. Him. He said that he's not gonna like just keep making it, just make money. Like he's not gonna make something unless he can think of a good story behind it. So I'm wondering like if he has thought of anything else, but if not, I could totally see him just really being done because Walter's story is done.
Yes.
Jesse's story is done.
Yes.
So it seems like Saul's story is gonna be done. I can see maybe them doing something with what's his name?
Gus? No.
Yeah, maybe Gus. That's not what I was thinking of, but yeah, maybe. What's his name? The DEA guy, Walter's stepbrother. What's his
Hank?
name? How did I forget his name? Hank. There we go. I'm just forgetting everyone's name now. I can see him maybe doing like something small with that. But like, if it's not gonna be like meaningful to like the story, like they're probably not gonna do it. which I'm fine with because I don't want them to keep just making stuff for making it.
Yeah, no, and like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they'll do it just to keep printing money. Just because, like with how AMC has done their shows, it's just like they none of their shows have really gone. They've only gone as long as the story needed them to. You know. So, like, I mean, hell, The Walking Dead is ending. That's been going on for 10 years. I think literally next month on Halloween, the Walking Dead will be 10 years old. Because that's when they first released the pilot. It was on Halloween 2010.
I've finally been invested in the show long enough, so then when I look back to when I first started watching, I'm like, dang, wow, it's really been that long. Because like I saw the Telltale games first, and that was like my first real introduction to it, other than you and Zach talking about it.
Uh-huh.
But then when I started watching it, I was like, wow, this show was pretty cool, and I was just watching just because I had nothing to do. Uh, then and so then I watched it, watched the first few seasons, got caught up, and then accidentally got my dad and everyone else in my family hooked to it. So I asked them for The Walking Dead season 1 and 2. Not realizing that they might think that was the show and not the Telltale games. So then I got the show on DVD.
Nice.
So my entire family watched the first few seasons and they caught up, and then now I'm like, wow, I really started watching it like 7 years ago, ish.
Yeah, I started watching.
Like it feels like forever ago. It's been a journey.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I started watching it with the season 2 premiere because they were doing they were doing their marathon to for the new season, which was a little weird since season 1 was only 6 episodes. They just had 6 episodes playing over and over and over and over. all day
Oh yeah,
until season 2 started, which I
yeah.
thought was
Now when they
funny.
do that, it takes like 4 days to get through every episode.
Uh now they only do from like season 6 to like season 10. So I was like, where's the first half of the damn show? Come on.
You have a favorite season?
Huh?
Favorite season
Oh god.
or arc? If picking one season, just do arc.
Well, for a long time it was season 5. Season 5 was my favorite. But my favorite arc is Rick Grimes' final episodes. Those ones are really good. Those 5 episodes feel like a season of their own. You know. And I think that was mostly. I think that was because it's just like I had no idea whether or not Rick was going to live or not because there were so many conflicting, uh, like conflicting reports. Like AMC, they were calling it Rick Grimes' final episode, so it's like, oh, Rick is dead because it's his final episode. And then Andrew Lincoln was like, he made a statement going, I am in no way done with my journey with Rick Grimes. And it was just like, well, what the fuck does that mean? We've been with you the entire story. So how is your story not done if this is Rick's final episodes? And is he just
Well,
lying?
yes, but actually no.
Yeah, like is he lying to us? Is Rick really on to die and he's just saying this to make the death more shocking, or is AMC being stupid with their marketing and saying, "Hey, it's Rick Grimes' final episode," so they could get ratings? You know, it's just like what's going on here?
Yeah, it was smart to get a bunch of people who stopped watching show like, oh, it's Rick's final episode, you gotta check it out, and then show
Uh,
them, and then tell them that there's gonna be 3 Rick Grimes movies coming.
uh. Well, yeah, it's just like that final fifth episode was really good. I was really emotionally invested in that episode, and it was just like it was weird too because it's like I'm watching it, and my sister, she's never really watched The Walking Dead, but like when Rick blew up the bridge, it's just like my jaw dropped and I looked over at her and her jaw had dropped too. It was like, oh, we were both like, did they just fucking kill Rick Grimes? Like, what the hell? We were both shocked. So,
Yeah, I had Zach watch it too. One like I don't remember when, but I made him watch like Rick's final episode or just parts of it, like when the bridge exploded, and Zach's like, "Wait, what?"
uh, yeah,
He
no,
was
no, no.
he's
I
like,
think I think we watched.
"They did that."
I think we watched the final 5 episodes at my house last time you guys were up here because I remember when Rick got impaled on the rebar and the episode ended. I remember Turley going like, "What the hell? What was that?" And it was just like you and you were like, "He died.
Yeah, I didn't make him watch that.
Rick's dead. He died." It's a series over.
Yeah, yeah, I made him watch the bridge explosion and then the helicopter at my house. I think a little after it aired because like he doesn't watch the show, but I keep him updated with what happens
Uh huh.
for the most part. But I didn't tell him about them. I can't watch this, and then he's like, "You saw the bridge explode." And then when he was at your house, he was acting like he didn't see it before. I'm like, I'm like, dude, I literally showed you this, but he kept acting
Okay.
like
Oh.
never seen it before.
Okay.
He didn't see the impaling part, I don't think, unless he looked it up himself. So that might have been a little off-putting to him.
Oh. When podcast. I got it.
Speaking of Zach, recently a funny gag I did to him. He said he's gonna go get one of those cups of mac and cheese that you microwave.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny if I acted like I had no idea what he was talking about. So then for like literally 10 minutes, I was just like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking. I'm like, okay, go over it again. He's like, yeah, you get those cups of macaroni and cheese. You get the packet, you put it in there. I'm like, oh, so the packet just has melted cheese in it? He's like, no, it has like this powder stuff in it. And when you put water and you mix it up, I'm like, wait, how does that work? So I just acted like I was just really confused for like 10 minutes.
What's macaroni and cheese?
What'd you say? What?
It's like saying what's macaroni and cheese.
I have no idea what you just said. Um, I didn't get a single word. All I heard was and like a bunch of static. Other message. Yeah, it's pretty much what I said. I was pretty much like, what's. Yep, that pretty much sums it up, but I just kept it going. Like, I would not give up on that. Until he was like, okay, dude, you gotta be messing with me.
Oh, God. I think we should start wrapping up the podcast.
Yeah, it's not. Say it's. Let's not do the thing where we say we're gonna wrap it up and then go on for another 30 minutes because I don't know how to shut up.
Yeah, we've already got an hour 30, so I think we're good.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching the podcast.
You got any theories on how The Walking Dead is gonna end? Let us know. I'm interested in what people think, or how you want The Walking Dead to end.
Yeah, do that. Or Better Call Saul. You do that too.
Yeah, do Better Call Saul too.
Yeah, that's bonus points if you do both. Yeah, I got like no interesting way to end this out. So yeah, see you later, gang.
Alright, later.